Hey there, content creators, and welcome to another Photoshop tutorial. This one's going to be a continuation of the compositing, where we put together this file right here. I'll open it right back up. It was the image of myself, a celebrity, and a background all put together. What I'm going to show you today are how to make adjustments to the whole image or to individual layers so that you can give everything a similar color, a similar feel, that sort of thing. In general, all of those adjustments can be found here in New Adjustment Layer. You can change brightness and contrast. You can change all sorts of things. This tutorial isn't going to go over what every single one of those are. You really should just start playing around with them. Maybe check some of the Learn profiles in Adobe to find out how some of those work. Today, I'm just going to show you how to apply them. In particular, the ones that people use all the time. Brightness and contrast are very important. Hue and saturation, black and white, if that's what you wanted. So, generally speaking, if you want to make a new adjustment layer, you can do exactly what I just did. You come up to Layer, New Adjustment Layer, and then you will click on whichever adjustment you want to make. So for example, if I wanted to make my photo in black and white, I would select black and white. Now, what comes up is this option box saying it's going to make a new layer. It's going to create the layer down here in my layer panel, but first, it gives me the option to use previous layer to create a clipping mask. For right now, I'm going to leave that unclicked. So when I click OK, my whole image now goes black and white. And you can see down here, I have a new layer. The reason Photoshop works it this way is so that none of my previous layers are actually being edited. They're all still there in their original form, and I don't have to worry about not being able to go back and undo any of my changes. My black and white layer is now here. My image is in black and white, and if that was all I was looking for, great. But if you wanted just one layer to be black and white, then you need that button that we saw for the clipping mask. What I can do is I can now right click on this and it will still have the option create clipping mask. What this will do is it will make it so that instead of adjusting the entire image, it will make my layer only adjust whatever layer it's above. So right now it's only making the image of me black and white because I'm on layer 3. If I drag this black and white adjustment beneath layer 3, now it's making everything beneath it go black and white again. And again, I can go and tell it, create clipping mask, and now you can see only the character right underneath it. The celebrity is in black and white, and if I do it one more time, I move it down. Now it doesn't even need the clipping mask because the only thing beneath it is the background. So that's how you add any kind of an adjustment. You can add it to the entire image, or you can add it to just one layer. I am going to delete that. And now I'm going to make some adjustments just to try to get my colors different. Another way to make an adjustment layer, just to show you other ways to do it, is this little circular button down here, Create New Fill or Adjustment Layer, does the exact same thing. So let's say I wanted to work on the brightness and contrast of one of my layers. You can see it automatically created it. But again, this time it doesn't come up with that option window. I have to tell it by right-clicking that I want to create a clipping mask. Now, whatever I do with brightness and contrast will only affect the layer that I'm right on top of, which in this case is the layer of my own face. The properties for it are right here. So I could up my brightness or lower it. I can up my contrast or lower it until the image looks exactly the way I want it to. Okay? And again, if I wanted to do this or add multiple adjustment layers, I can do that also. So I could add another layer. Maybe I want to try to change my color a little bit. So I'll get hue and saturation. I will right click. I will create my clipping mask. And now I can make myself turn different colors. I can try to make my skin tone match the monastery a little bit better. That way it looks like I fit in that picture just a little bit more. And again, with a clipping mask, it automatically only affects my layer. If I want it to affect everything, I would just get rid of that clipping mask. So that's how you add any kind of an adjustment layer. Again, you can either go layer, new adjustment layer, pick it from here, and then choose whether or not you want to use the layer with a clipping mask, or you could come down and pick this button right here, pick the one that you want to change, and then if you want to, drag it to the right place, right click, and create a clipping mask. That's it. If you have any questions, of course, feel free to send me something in the comments. Also, feel free to let me know if there are any tutorials you'd like me to create for you. Thanks a lot, everybody. Keep on creating. I'll see you next time.